Welcome back. Yeah. Today I want to talk about transfers and the players we need, the players we actually need. Because right now, Chelsea would definitely need a striker. We need a solid defender and a good goalkeeper. Well, maybe not so desperate with the goalkeeper because we do have a good goalkeeper, which is Petrovic, who is on loan at Strasbourg, the sister club. Yeah. So, but the problem with Chelsea right now, the problem I have with Petrovic is that Petrovic, well, the coach, not the real club, the coach has a problem with Petrovic because Petrovic is not the typical modern day goalkeeper who is comfortable with the ball at his foot. But here's how Chelsea made a mistake when they signed a goalkeeper because he's a good goalkeeper too. When it comes to keeping the ball out net, he's gonna do that every day. It's gonna be difficult to beat him. But Chelsea went and signed him knowing he wasn't a ball playing goalkeeper. I saw that, I knew that because I used to watch him in the MLS. He used to play for New England Revolution, a club a couple hours away from me. So I've seen him on TV and I realized that his strength wasn't playing the ball with his foot. So, but they bought him and Sanchez got injured and he got to play and he was doing well. In my opinion, he was doing well. He was shaking some positions, but at the end of the day, if it's not his strength, you can't blame him for that. But at the end of the day, if I was to grade him for the whole season, I would have given him like a 7 out of 10 or maybe a 6 out of 10. However, new season, I don't know what happened with the club and Petrovic decided this time maybe he doesn't want to stay on the bench. I don't know. But he's not at the club right now. And then Chelsea went and signed another goalkeeper. Another goalkeeper, Philip Jorgensen. I didn't know about him because I haven't watched the Spanish league in a while. I only watch the bigger teams. So when it comes to things like this, then you're going to be like the typical everyday person. Or your club signing someone, you're going to go to the YouTube. So I went to YouTube and I'm looking, trying to find some clips, see what type of person, a player he was. And I couldn't find any videos with him with the ball at his foot playing around or nothing. So I was like, what is Chelsea doing? This is just another Petrovic. So why would you loan out a goalkeeper and then get the same exact replacement to be competition with somebody else who is likes the ball, doesn't mind the ball at his foot. I'm not going to say Sanchez is good with the ball at his foot. He doesn't mind the ball at his foot. But when it comes to passing, no. You can depend on Sanchez to pass at least 2 to 3 balls on a forward's foot to get a clear shot at goal. Yeah, that's one thing you can defend. And when you had Sanchez and you cannot Sanchez and Fafana, Colwell, you have Cocorella. James wasn't fit yet. So it was Malo Gusta. These are all players who are very erratic. At any time, they'll make a mistake. So you can't depend on them. And anyone who knows football knows this. Goals win games, but defense win championships. So if you don't have a good defense, you're going to always have issues. And if you're always conceding goals, then you cannot compete. So you have to be stingy in the back. However, I'm not so desperate with the goalkeeper. Just get rid of Sanchez and we're good, and let Petrovic and Jorgensen fight for the number one spot, in my opinion. So next, we need a centre back. Chelsea seem mainly interested in Mark Gurry of Crystal Palace, a former Chelsea player, grew up in a youth program. Um, he's not the worst, but he's not the best. But I think if we bring him to the club, he would be an improvement. Yeah. The club called back Chalobah to steady the ship because we have so many injuries at the back, and we have Wesley Fofana who is injured once again. When Chelsea was buying him, I had a thing. I'm a type of person when you're buying a player and the player is injury prone, I don't like it. I honestly don't like it because you don't know what you're going to get from them. Honestly, and he's been injured so many times already for Chelsea. So it's whatever. It's not his fault. Accidents happen, but yeah, he's not someone you can depend on in the long run. So now Chelsea decided to call back Chalobah. But the problem with Chelsea and Chalobah is a good defender, better than who we have. But being that he's a youth player, he is 100% profit if they sell him. And he's a proven defender, good defender that Chelsea can probably get between 30 to 40 million. And that would be 100% profit for them to invest back in the club and buy new players, especially if they can. Crystal Palace wants him. So the thing people don't get now why Chelsea really want to sell him, you get that much money. And then if you go for Mark Gurley, Chelsea has a clause in his contract where his contract, I think they get 20% sell-on clause. So even if Chelsea don't get him and the next club buy him, Crystal Palace is still going to hold Chelsea some millions. So maybe Chelsea decided that, all right, he's going to have come summer, he's going to have 1 year left on his contract. We can convince him to come to Chelsea and convince Crystal Palace to be like, all right, we have a sell-on clause, so we're gonna use that as a discount and reduce the price and let him come to Chelsea because Crystal Palace know he wants to leave and they don't want to lose him on a free. So they're gonna definitely sell him in the summer. And he's gonna have a whole heap of competition, people trying to get him because he's one of the better defenders right now. Yeah, so if we get him, I don't think he's gonna be the one to say make us into direct competitors, but it's a start if we get him because he's a lot more calm and composed, and the system the coach wants to play, he would fit the system best. So for me, with him, I'm not convinced on Colwood, but the coach likes him. So for me, next season, what I would do for my backline, I would have Petrovic in goal, Cucurella at left back, Levi Colwood at left centre back. If we get Mark Gurley, him at right centre back, right back if Reece James can stay fit. But you know it goes with Reece James. But yeah, I don't know. That's another issue at Chelsea where the medical team, I don't know what they're doing, but they keep on saying Reece James is fit, then they force him back, and then he gets injured again. It's just a broken record all over and over again. But we're gonna have to deal with that. Yeah. And next, the spine of the team. I don't think we need any signing. We need to just another player, Romeo Lavia. I think we're a better team when Romeo Lavia is in the team because he's press resistant. You know, it doesn't matter how you press him, he does well. And he's very aggressive. For someone so tidy with the ball, he's very aggressive and he wins a lot of ball back. I think with him, if we get him fit and Caicedo in the team, that's our best 11. Not even with Enzo Fernandez. I don't think an issue with Chelsea, I know if a lot of people notice this. An issue with Chelsea is that when teams attack us, they get to our backline too easy. Because Enzo Fernandez, while he runs around a lot, he doesn't really win much challenges, in my opinion. So that we're fragile through the spine of the team. But so if I think, even if we don't have Lavia playing, I think Enzo should be the one that's playing the deeper role. And then have Caicedo up higher. And hopefully he can press the team, the opposing team. He can press them more and win more balls back. And when you win the balls higher up, then you have more chance to create damage against the opponent. So for me, next season, I would have Lavia and Caicedo. If we don't have Lavia fit, we play Caicedo with Enzo, but Enzo needs to be in the deeper role. We already have enough attackers and creators. We don't need another one up there. Let's just focus on keeping a clean sheet. Stopping teams from scoring us is going to make a big difference. Okay. Then we need a striker. The club was obsessed with getting Victor Osimhen, but I'm not a big fan of Victor Osimhen. A lot of people say he's good, but especially for his price and whatnot, I'm just not convinced he's the one to take us forward. But I guess everyone says he's a good goal scorer. So if we get him, it won't be a big deal. But if I'm supposed to sign someone, my dream would be to have Alexander Isak from Newcastle. But Newcastle pricing him at 120 million. So that's very steep, and I don't think Chelsea wants to spend that much. So Chelsea looking at cheaper options in Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig and Victor Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon. After two, I haven't seen much of him, but Victor Gyökeres seems like he's the more of the real deal. He's similar to Erling Haaland, very big, strong, and he's a poacher, he's a goal scorer. So it's not that hard. This Chelsea team creating chances. So if we get him, that would be a definite improvement. Another player I'd like Chelsea to bring in is this opportunity just arise because he used to be linked with PSG, but now PSG signed Kvara from Napoli. I don't think they're going to want him anymore. And the player is The player is what's his name again? Rafael Leal. Good player. Plays on the left, very quick. He's a lot similar like Wilfred Zaha, but I think he's much quicker and more direct. And why I think this is would work out is that because Chelsea and AC Milan have a good working relationship. All through the years, Chelsea and Milan have always been good on doing business and getting players they want and whatnot. So I think with Felix going to AC Milan right now, Chelsea could go to Milan and say, because Leo wants him to take he wants to take the step up. Right now, at the moment, Chelsea is a bigger club than AC Milan on performance, not on history. AC Milan is a way bigger club than Chelsea based on history. So I think if Chelsea go to AC Milan and say, okay, let's do a swap deal, work out. If they don't want to do a straight swap, I know a deal can be done. So we can something on the cards. They can make something happen. So right there, Rafael Leao on the left wing. Honestly, with me, I would send Sancho back to Manchester United. I don't know. I'm just saying because depending another thing we have another issue is Modric is out because of some drug issues. I don't know if it's accident. We don't know how long if he's gonna actually get a ban or not. But right now he's not playing. So if he does get a ban, then we could keep Sancho. But honestly, you cannot depend on either Modric or Sancho. So bring someone else in. If Modric still don't get a ban, yes, Sancho can go back to his club. He can go back to Manchester United. Chelsea is not a club for people to come and get comfortable. No, we want to win trophies. That's what the players we bring in to win trophies. All right. And Cole Palmer, yeah, still in the number 10. But honestly, if Chelsea could manage to keep Felix and Cole Palmer, that would be good along with Rafael Leao because Cole Palmer, I think nowadays coaches don't like having too much competition. I don't think they like making a decision. But Cole Palmer, if you have a player like Cole Palmer, I think sometimes, even when he's performing well, you still need to put him on the bench so he knows he's not always just based on past performances. He's just going to stay in the team. So you have to have competition, and sometimes you have to surprise teams. You can't always put your best players out there or the best players on paper. Meaning everyone knows Cole Palmer is Chelsea's best player. So if they're going to expect him to start, they probably have a plan for him. Sometimes you have to surprise people. We have another good player in Christopher Nkunku. Sometimes you can put him in the number 10. I don't think Chelsea should allow Felix and Nkunku to leave at the same time because we need another experienced number 10 and who can score goals. So we shouldn't let both of them go. But if we're letting Nkunku go, we need to get a striker. If we're letting Felix go, we need to get a left winger. Chelsea have lots of players out on loan, so I'm not really worried. But in order to be the best, you have to have the best players. On the right wing now, I'm still not convinced by Progenitor, so I'll say for right now, keep Manduenke. Manduenke isn't productive, but one thing you know you're going to get, he's going to beat his defender, he's going to get his crosses, he's going to get his shots in. He just needs to improve on his productivity. And right there, would have a good team. So in goal, I would have Petrovic, left back Cucurella, left centre back Levi Colwill, right centre back if we get him Mark Gurhey. If we don't get Mark Gurhey, I'd rather stick to Chalobah than what's his name? I can't even remember his name right now. Wesley Fofana, because he's not really reliable. He can be erratic. He's a good defender, but I think he's just too erratic. At right back, if he's fit, Reece James. If he's not fit, we have a good deputy in Malo Gusto, so I'm not worried about that. In the midfield, the deep line role, we're going to use Romeo Lavia. The higher position in midfield, the box-to-box man, we're going to use Caicedo. Not Enzo. Yeah, I'm not really sold on Enzo. Enzo is a good player, but I don't think we've gotten the best out of him so far. Then in the number 10 position, we have Cole Palmer. If we can manage to sign Rafael Leao on the left wing. On the right wing, Manduenke. And if we can manage to sign a top striker in Victor Gyökeres or Benjamin Sesko, which are one of more likely to come to the club, then we can, in my preference, I would choose Victor Gyökeres. Yes, so that's my 11. So let me know your thoughts in the comment, and we'll talk again.